Hey, what's up, everyone? Happy Friday! Welcome to another episode of the SEO Video Show. If you are attending Brighton SEO San Diego next week, be sure to check out Track 1, Day 2. Yours truly will be moderating sessions. That's on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, Track 1. Right after lunch, I'll be moderating the sessions. I do have one ticket that had not been claimed. I had some winners, but one ticket is not claimed. So if you are in the area, if you're in the San Diego area or like close by, or don't mind buying a flight last minute, I have one ticket available. Shoot me an email at dre@seo.video, dre@seo.video. Today we'll be talking about how to fix Google Business Profile suspensions with Ben Fisher. Ben has been doing SEO for over 30 years. Oh man, I bet you that's older than some of you. Again, if you want a ticket to Brighton SEO San Diego, I have one unclaimed ticket left from a winner. If you are in the area, happy to pass it over to you. Brighton's always a fun place to meet a lot of new people, network with new people. Get on the cameo of the SEO Video Show. I'll be filming the event while moderating a few sessions on day 2, track 1, rooms A, B, and C. Let's see, the topics that we'll be talking about at Brighton. Pull this up here. If you're just tuning in, we have Ben Fisher to how to fix Google Business Profile suspensions. Juan, hey Dre, what's up? All right, if you're going to Brighton SEO San Diego, be sure to check out sessions 3. Wait, hold on. All right, on day 2, right after lunch on Wednesday, I'll be in Seaport AC, track 1, moderating content strategy and AI-powered SEO. So if you don't have a ticket and you want one, if you're in the area, I have one ticket left for you. Just shoot me an email, dre@seo.video, dre@seo.video, and I'll give you that ticket. I think the ticket's worth like what, $800? Save money. Use it for your plane ticket, hotel, or if you're in driving distance. Definitely a conference to check out. So on day 2, be sure to check out session 3s and 4, track 1. I'll be moderating that. We have Ray Sadiq, Stop Being So Hard to Find. Monty Montgomery, EEAT for Your Tofu. Sarah Corna, Mindset-Based Targeting. John Cayozo, Breaking the Code, How Gen AI Empowers Non-Techies. Natasha Burtonshaw DeVries, Upskilling SEOs for Success. And then Dan Akers, Why AI is Rebirth of SEO. So be sure to check out those sessions on Wednesday. I'll be moderating that track. But if you're here today, we are going to be learning about how to fix your Google Business Profile suspensions with Ben Fisher. I see a few of you out there. Don't be shy, guys. Let me know where you're watching from. Fletcher. Hi, guys. We got about 6 more minutes to go. Natalie, fam, hello from San Francisco. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. Stefan, my man. Oh, yeah. Everyone's coming in. We got about less than 6 minutes to go. We're waiting for Ben to show up in the back room. We got a great topic for today. How to fix your Google Business Profile suspensions. I got a few of those. Let's see if we can fix mine. I wonder if I could log into mine and see if we can go fix it. Let me see if we can do it on the fly. That'd be cool. Victor, happy Friday. Let's see. Hold on. I have to figure out which account match. Oh, there we go. My man. There you go. What's up, my man?
What's going on, man?
How you doing? All right.
Can't complain. How it goes?
Where are you calling from? Are you on the East Coast?
Nah, man. I'm on the West Coast in Arizona. You know, where we don't change time zones and we mess with everybody's calendars.
Oh, yeah, I love it. Maddox says, what's up, Dre and Ben? What's up, Maddox? Arizona. Is it hot? Is it hot there right now? Is it over 100?
Oh, it's always over 100 here, man. We're at a whole 91.
91. I mean, that's about the same where I'm at right now. Oh, actually, never mind. It's only like 80.
Where do you hail from?
Around the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area.
Okay, right on.
More towards Napa Valley area, so that's why it's a little warmer where I'm at.
I got it. So you drink a lot of wine?
Oh, yeah. Marcus says, TGIF. What's up, Marcus? All right, guys, if you're just tuning in, we have How to Fix Your Google Business Profile Suspensions with Ben Fisher. He's been doing SEO for over 30 years, which may be older than some of you watching here.
It's called I'm a dinosaur, man.
There we go. Again, if you're just tuning in, I do have 1 ticket left for Brighton SEO San Diego, 1 unclaimed ticket. I know it may be a little late since it's next week, you can just shoot me an email. I'll pass that ticket over to you. You can, if you're in driving distance, or if you don't mind paying a last-minute flight to San Diego. Great opportunity to check out a bunch of great SEOs and topics. Great place to network. Are you going this year to Brighton SEO San Diego?
I'm not going this year, but a lot of my good friends in the industry are going to be there, so it's worth it to go, especially if you're in the local SEO space, just to go ahead and network.
Yeah, exactly. James says, great topic today. Yes. This is something we haven't actually talked about in my 5 years of interviewing.
Interesting. You've had some of my colleagues on your show, I think, right? Joy Hawkins and such.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't touched Google suspensions. I mean, it was never like really kind of a topic, but it was funny because, I mean, I have a few suspended. My own, but my GBP is still up, but it says it's suspended, so I'm just not touching it. I'm like,
you probably should.
I mean, it's been suspended for like 2 years, and it's still showing up. So I don't want it to come down. Whatever, just leave it. I mean, all my information is correct. It's people are leaving reviews. I don't know why it's saying suspended, but
I'll tell you a quick story. Since we're in the green room here, well, not green room, whatever. Anyway, I'll tell you a quick story. I know somebody who had that exact same concept. It's suspended. I'll just leave it.
Yeah.
A year later, I get a call. That call is basically them saying, "Yeah, I should have followed your advice." Oh, it's like, oh, what happened? Yeah, somebody verified it somehow. Oh, really? I think I told you that might occur.
Someone else verified
it. And then they changed the name, they changed the address, they changed the website URL, and now it goes to a scammer's website.
Oh, man. No, I mean, If anyone does that, I mean, I know how to fight back. I'll just take someone else's. All right. So we got less than 1 more minute to go. If you guys are just tuning in, we have Ben Fisher today, and we'll be talking about how to fix your Google suspensions. I was trying to actually load mine up beforehand to see if you can take a look at it, but I can't even. I have so many emails. I don't know which one the company email I used, but it's somewhere there. Kobe says, "Hey Ben and Dre." All right. So let me go. I'm gonna go ahead and put you on mute real quick, and then I'm gonna introduce you in about 2 minutes after the hour. Just gonna do a quick introduction. All right, brother. All right, guys. We got like 30 seconds to go, and we will be talking about how to fix Google Business Profile suspensions with our man Ben Fisher. And again, if you want a ticket to Brighton SEO San Diego, I do have one left. Shoot me an email at dre@seo.video. Oh man, Millennial Money Mom. Oh my God, I love the topic of suspensions. Yes, this is the first time we actually talk about it in like the whole 5 years of interviewing people. So this is a good one. All right, well, let's get going. We got like less than 10 seconds to go.
Yeah. Hey, time to get it started. No delay. Let's work. Wanna see you be an SEO expert. Paul Andre de Vera, steady dropping knowledge. Over 15 years in the game, so he knows all about it. Master the art of SEO. You will be amazed. Time to get your brand off page to on page. Dropping knowledge, legendary for sure. Whether you're just getting started or self-employed entrepreneur. Yeah, let's go. Subscribe to the SEO video show.
Hey, welcome to another episode of the SEO Video Show, where SEO is alive and fun. My name is Paul Andre de Vera, aka Dre, and I curate SEO videos released within the past week into about 1 minute clips. My favorite part of the show is when I get to introduce my guest, and today's guest is Ben Fisher. Let's say what's up to everyone in chat. Millennial Money Mom, Kobe Holland, James, Marcus, Maddox, Victor, Stefan, Natalie, Fletcher, Juan. What's up, everyone? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Now let's get on with the show.
Market. Lots of organic content.
Well, all right. So looks like Google still has not completed the August spam update, according to their ranking updates dashboard on Google Search Central. So if you haven't seen any volatility the past few weeks, you should be good to go. But if you are, don't change anything for at least a week after it is announced that it is complete. Also, Google just announced a new store widget that you can bring valuable information directly into merchant websites, which can turn shopper hesitation into sales. The widget helps you attract customers and encourage them to make a purchase. Businesses using the store widget on their website saw an 8% higher sales increase within 90 days compared to companies that did not. All right, so check that out. So let's get on with the show and introduce our guest. But before we do, here's a word from our sponsor.
Your traffic is vanishing and AI search is the reason why. Hi, I'm Paul Andre de Vera, a 20-year SEO pro, and this is how I beat AI at its own game. Answer engines like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Perplexity are all replacing Google results. And your organic traffic is disappearing. No links, no attribution, just lost visibility. Right at the moment, people are deciding what to buy. These answers shape the buyer's journey, but you get zero traffic and zero credit. So how do you stay visible even when search engines stop sending traffic? I use Profound, the only tool built to help brands in AI search. I used to spend hours optimizing for rankings. Now I optimize for answers, and Profound tells me precisely what AI is talking about my brand. Profound gives you answer engine insights. See where and how AI mentions your brand. Agent analytics. Track how often AI crawlers visit and use your content. Conversation Explorer. Discover what real users ask AI before they buy. And shopping visibility. Boost product presence in ChatGPT shopping. If you're not showing up in AI answers, you're out of the conversation. Start now before your brand disappears from the buyer's journey. Be sure to click the link below and try Profound.com to take back your brand's visibility.
Ben is the Google Business Profile Diamond Product Expert. He's an experienced veteran in SEO since 1994. He is also a contributor in the annual Local Search Ranking Factor Survey. He's the owner of Local Marketing Institute and the co-founder of Steady Demand. Please welcome Ben Fisher.
Ben,
you did your research, didn't you? But you didn't pull up my oldest video. Okay.
You know what's crazy? I was like, you look so different when you shaved and not shaved, and I was like, I know they're from different years, and I was like,
and now I don't have glasses and all that kind of stuff too. It's like, is that really me or is it just AI? Now, I'm surprised you didn't find my first webinar that I did for Steady Demand. The first one.
Oh man, no. I was like, I hope there's only one beneficiary in SEO because that's what I searched. But everyone, let's give a round of applause. All right, Ben. This is the first question I ask all my SEO professionals that come on here in 1 minute or less. How does Ben get ranking on page 1 of Google?
That's an interesting question, and it's going to be less than 1 minute because the answer is so freaking simple. It's going to really shock you.
There we go.
Even if for 15 years, so hopefully not. No, but good SEO follows good business. Is at the end of the day is what it is. A SEO agency company, people doing SEO. Really, at their core, are marketers. Whether it be instructing a client on how to, do CRO type of activities or how to do press releases, how to create content that's actually going to be able to attract people. In this day and age, what kind of answers are we? What kind of questions are we answering? Right. This comes from business. It comes from business intelligence, and the days of, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and do this X tactic or that Y tactic or the Z tactic, right? Because I think it works, doesn't necessarily play out. And it's been that way for about 10 years, So I say you do good business and good things are going to follow. Yes, you have to pay attention to some of the good tenets of SEO. But those good tenets worked back in the 2000s. They worked back in the 90s, actually.
Ooh.
And so if you look at the foundations of what we did back in those days, they're still around this very day.
Love it. Okay, let's rewind this real quick. Hold on. Take us way back in the 90s, about over 30 years ago when you first got into SEO. How did you first get into it? Tell us that story.
So that story is actually pretty simple. I had a computer repair business. I was up in Flagstaff, Arizona. This was before the internet was really screaming and booming. It was right before Amazon, well before Google, actually. And, we had, you had go.com, you had Ask Jeeves. Of course, you had the Yahoo directory and all that. So anyway, regardless, so I'm sitting there fixing computers. One of my customers comes and says, I'm thinking about this internet thing. Mm-hmm. And I want to basically do mortgage and credit reports online. And I want to do that, and I have to deal with the credit bureaus and people like that, and got to figure out how to do this. Mm-hmm. So I said, okay, well, I just so happened to have a lot of networking experience at this time. I was working with Novell, and I was working with Windows servers and things of that nature. I built my own BBS, way back in the day. Back in the 80s.
BBS is a bulletin board system, right? BBS. I think exactly. It was all like black screens, right? And it was just like.
No, actually, it was you had one computer interface, one screen that was green and black.
Yeah, green.
And it basically you had a bunch of flashing lights on computers, and that was it.
There you go. Love it.
I'm really dating myself, aren't I? So anyway, long story short is he's like, "Can you do it?" I was like, "Sure." He's like, "How much?" I was like, 100,000.
100. Oh.
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Why not? And I didn't know what the heck I was doing back then. I mean, I don't think anybody really did. Mm-hmm. So you had to be able to BS your way through it because you could figure it out. Just take time. Anyway, long story short, I was able to do the negotiations with the credit bureaus. I was able to set up basically an actual BBS in the basement, which would handle all of the connectivity and the data, basically. Mm-hmm. And then a Windows NT server that would sit in the layer before the internet. So basically we're hosting everything ourselves. We had the whole server set up, everything. Then we had the connection to the bureaus itself, which had to be completely broken off from the NT server. Because you're talking Social Security numbers, right?
Yep.
And anyway, long story short is that 6 months later we launched. He made his $100,000 back in less than 3 months.
Wow, nice.
So he did what everybody does. Yes. So he did what everybody else would be expected to do, right? And that is open his mouth and tell everybody in town what a great job I did. And everybody was really curious about the internet at this point. Nobody was like, "Oh, I've got to do this thing." It was just like, what's a WW? You are what?
Yep.
Okay. So it's like, they're thinking like, oh, it's only college kids that are on the internet. And so, but anyway, I started getting phone calls. I got a call from the Chamber of Commerce. I started getting calls from radio stations, newspapers, all government agencies, basically everybody in town was calling my company saying, hey, can you do something like this for me? And I immediately turned around. I sold my company for $1 to my manager and my computer repair company. And I started up a web development, web design agency. And when you do that back in those days, you have to now figure out, okay, now that I've built this thing, or like, let's say a bed and breakfast website, right? It's like, how do I actually get traffic to it, and how do I get people to sign up, basically, or contact, or give a credit card, or whatever, make a reservation. And so we started with a lot of grassroots efforts, reaching out to students over at NAU, getting links on their pages, because they all had personal pages. They had, industry pages, all sorts of pages. And we were like, okay, well, this is the lowest hanging fruit. Let's just go ahead and get some links. And then we started up, a link directory basically for all of Northern Arizona at that time, because we said, well, why not? We can sell links. Sure.
Yep.
Duh. Anyway, that's basically how everything kind of got started, got rolling, and it was successful, and just kind of went on.
Love that.
There.
Okay, so then how'd you actually learn SEO? How'd you know, how'd you know links worked, or how'd you actually learn SEO when you at that time?
Well, let me throw that back at you. How do you figure stuff out these days? You test.
Yep.
Right? You just test. And since I came from a computer networking background, testing was in my DNA, right? It's just when you're doing that kind of stuff, you have to always be troubleshooting, basically, which is just testing. And so basically at that point, it's just like literally we would try everything, and what I like to do is whenever I do a test, and this is how I did it back then, is I do it in a vacuum. If I could start out with something that's brand spanking new and I'm not doing anything else to it, and I just do this one variable, say getting a link, and it makes even a micro movement. Back in those days, of course, the movement was seismic.
Yeah.
But even if it doesn't make a micro movement, it has a possibility for it to have some legs. And then you replicate the test. So you don't just do it once, you do it 5, 10, 15, 20 times, however much you have to get your data back, basically. And if it works 9 out of 10 times, fan-freaking-tastic. If it works 1 out of 10 times, probably not so great. Now it's a case study.
Yep.
Which is, case studies are case studies, right? Exactly.
So,
but anyway, that's how I learned.
So take us to the fast forward to now. Is Steady Demand the same agency that you started back then, or is this something totally different now?
Oh God, no.
Okay.
No.
So now transition to us. To Steady Demand.
And I've had multiple agencies over the years.
Okay.
I had an agency called TechPad Agency back in the day. That's where we started working with hosting companies when web hosting became a thing, an industry.
Oh, yep.
And I was like, I helped GoDaddy, I helped, you name it, Host Monster. It's like all the hosting companies that you've seen that are either now have been acquired or whatnot, it's like they were my customers. And I got to learn a lot there. And I would actually say that was more exciting time than the early days. The early days was great, but when the industry just was really starting to ferment for us, you had people like Jim Boykin, Bruce Clay, Neil Patel, etc. All of the OGs, basically, ran, right? That's when we were all kind of growing up, really, at that point. And we were all starting to go to, PubCon, for instance. Have you ever been to PubCon?
I have not. I've not been to PubCon.
Oh, dude, what is wrong with you, man? Go! Anyway.
I got a brand. I went to, there's like even do you remember search engine strategies, SES? That was
SES.
That's not around. I've been to that one, SES. That's not been around now.
I was there. No, I was at the last one in 2005, actually.
Yeah, see, I think that was the last one.
I got the Google Dance, the blue Google Dance shirt.
There you go.
So, and speaking of conferences, I know one of your questions is what do you recommend to people?
Yeah.
Right. And that's what I recommend is go to conferences, go where the people are that are doing it for a living now, that are already semi-successful or successful. They've hit it. They've gone against the ropes, they've been in the ring, and now they are there and they're grateful and they love to pass on their knowledge.
Yep.
They love to help people, just like me. I love to mentor people. I love to help people. You know, it's one of the things that I do with Google Business Profiles all the time. And mentoring is actually another way of learning, really, at the end of the day, right? You get a lot of insights. So go out there, speak to people, talk to people, maybe find somebody to mentor, you know, if you can. But get out of the house.
Love that. Perfect segue to mentor all of us here on the topic of how to fix Google Business Profile suspensions, which is our topic today. So first of all, I mean, let's get right on the top of it. Like, I mean, what would cause a suspension?
Okay, so there's a lot of reasons for it, and the reason why I go is because you get asked this question a lot, and unfortunately, there's not a very short way to answer the question.
You have time.
But I'm going to try. How's that? So the shortest answer can be is that either you're doing something wrong or there's something wrong that you don't know about. And an example of that is, you know, for instance, with your profile, my first assumption, and this is an assumption, my first assumption is when you set the profile up, you might set it up with an address which is showing, but it's actually something you run out of your home. Right?
Yeah, it is.
Exactly.
It is.
Right. There you go.
It's out of the home. It is.
That is the reason for your suspension. So you have to clear the address and submit it for a reinstatement and
Oh, really? That's it?
If you have the documentation, which you probably don't.
No, I do. I mean, I use one of my properties as my office. So, I mean, I can.
All right. Okay. And all the bills and everything and the LLC names, all of that address. Okay. That's good. So, but yeah, so basically that's like one issue, right?
Okay.
So addresses are a huge part of it. So like we were just talking about, showing your address when you're not supposed to, right? If it's a home, you're not supposed to show.
Oh, you're not supposed to? I didn't know that.
No.
Okay.
Not unless you have signage. Not unless you actually have people that come to you. And if you think about it at its core, this is the core tenet of a GBP. Is the GBP needs to be set up as your business model, okay? And so what they're looking for basically, how can I explain this? I might actually have to back off this one.
No, don't back off. Tell us.
So basically, now let me get back up. Just a different way of doing this. So anyway, at the end of the day, the listing has to be in complete compliance, basically. Okay. So it's like, you know, categories need to be set up properly, and the name needs to be set up properly. You can't be trying to game the system, say, by putting extra keywords in your domain name, because it's going to help you rank. By the way, it will help you rank. You know, you have to have your paperwork in order. All of your paperwork has to be in order. I know where I was going. I was going with addresses. Duh. Okay. So addresses are very important. If you're trying to use a UPS box, you know, or FedEx, UPS store, I mean, or FedEx, or if you're trying to use a virtual office, which a lot of companies do, by the way, they'll go ahead, they'll get a shared desk and be like, I have an office when I need it. That's my business. Google doesn't care. Okay. The fact of the matter is that you need to be there when somebody shows up, or you need to be able, if you're hiding your address, you go to people in your local area.
Okay.
So you'll see online stores or people who run podcasts try to, you know, set something up. But the fact of the matter is if you can't answer that question, do you go to customers or do they come to you? If the answer is neither, you don't qualify for a Google Business Profile in the first place.
So what about, what about, let's say like, so like me, like I'm a consultant, right? And so, it's kind of like over the internet. I don't have, people can come to me if they wanted to, but I'm not there.
So the guidelines are gray, and they're gray on purpose, okay? To stop bad actors. And the fact of the matter is this, is Google's not going to call you and go, hey, mind if I stop by? They're not going to do that, okay? Thank you. I collect them. Knives and swords.
And if you guys have any questions, please ask them anytime. We can just please ask them live chat, and we'll get to them as soon as possible. But I didn't notice that. So I was like,
I've got a whole set of Lord of the Rings swords, Conan sword, and all, you know, Dune knife. Anyway,
all right. So,
but Yeah. So anyway,
How? Yeah. So
that's it. But they're not going to come and police it.
What are some other reasons? Because let's say this consultant. That's how about if that's service businesses? Let's say like how can someone in a service business get suspended?
Easily. Service businesses get suspended all the time, especially like locksmiths and garage door companies.
Why?
Well, so a couple different things can happen. The first one, and the most likely culprit, is going to be as a competitor goes ahead and reports your profile. The interesting thing about reporting a profile is the profile itself could actually be in okay condition with no problems whatsoever. But there might be a problem on the back end which you can't see. Only Google has this data, or data that they purchased, that basically throws up a red flag. Other things that can happen is let's say you make too many consecutive edits to your Google business profile. When you do that, it's basically, I can't tell you where it comes from, or the reason why they put that in place, but consecutive edits basically can be seen as something which is called spammy activity. Mm-hmm. You could have malware on your site. You could be missing your HD access file. You could be blocking certain files on your site. Things on your website can also cause a suspension. You could have a user account or a user that's in the account that you've given access to. They do something wrong with a Google product and it gets your profile suspended. You could do that too. So again, suggesting an edit, on somebody's profile, if you're doing it maliciously, Google bans your local guide account, and then bam, every GBP that you're associated with gets suspended as well.
Mm-hmm. Got it. So what about? I hear some people using like some softwares that they connect to it can also get suspended. Yeah. I mean,
correct.
I'm knock on wood, but I use software, but it is kind of scary. But I mean, why would a software like kind of do that?
Sure. Well, funnily enough, my first ever second suspension case that I worked with was a company that out of Sacramento, and old company, almost 80 years old, and they have a real warehouse, right? Huge. Anyway, they got suspended. They couldn't get it back. I got in there. The first thing I saw is a piece of software that's used for reputation management and review solicitation. I'm not going to name names. Mm-hmm. And admin at this domain name basically was a owner of the profile. Well, they got hit basically because of the account that was connected to that reputation agency. So their entire account got completely wiped out, and all of their profiles got suspended, which of course took down my client's profile at the same time. Yeah. So things that you do in other Google products will and could impact your Google business profile.
All right. Okay. So now we talked about different suspensions here. I mean, and guys, if you have any other types of different suspensions that you want to kind of learn about, let us know in the live chat. But so how do you get out of it? I mean, like what are some things? Let's go one by one. Let's do a the consultant one, like me.
Sure, no problems. And by the way, the first blog post on steadydemand.com goes over all of this stuff.
Okay, love it. Just so you know,
if you want to link that out.
I actually found my profile where I'm in, and so I'll share it to you later. I mean, if I can pull it up on the screen here, I want to see if you can see what it says, because it says right when I log into, let's say I search my name, right, and then my Google profile shows up, and on the top of the screen it says your business on Google. Your access has been suspended because this profile doesn't follow the guidelines. Edit your business info and learn how to regain access. I mean, I like what it's already showing. I don't need to do anything else to it, so I don't want to take it down. And again, I mentioned this was happening. This is already over 2 years like this, so I haven't touched it. But they're saying, but so something like that.
And, like I was saying though, for a business, not a good idea, because if you do that, it can be hijacked. And if it's hijacked, it's a real pain to get it back. It takes about 6 to 8 months.
I'll just create a new one.
You could do that. Yeah,
all right.
Absolutely.
No. So okay. So what you said. So this something like this.
You could try. It doesn't usually work though.
So something like this is like, okay. So it's synced. It doesn't tell me what's correct. It says correct. It's saying
it's what, right?
Yeah.
Why doesn't Google just tell me?
Yeah. What should I correct? Everything's filled out. I don't see anything wrong here.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you can share your screen, I could take a look.
All right. But before I think I can. Let me see if I share screen here. I have so many tabs, but okay. But if while I do that, I mean, I'm curious. Like,
So I checked a couple things.
okay, yeah. What would I have to?
Yeah, I mean, so the first thing I would do is take a look at the name of the business. The second thing I would do is like, okay, what kind of business is this? You know, so he has the SEO show.
Oh, no, here, hold on. Let me put this back on. Okay, so let me put for some reason you're muted. Can you
are
hear me?
So dithered.
Okay,
I can hear you. Yeah, I can barely see it though. It's
you can barely see it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me see if I can zoom in here.
No, I think it's just dithered. There you go. That's a little bit better, I guess. Yeah. So I mean, Paul Andre de Vera, SEO consultant. That's probably not the name of your company, right?
Yeah, it is. Paul. That's me.
Is that the name of your company? Your company?
It's actually just Paul Andre de Vera, my name. It's just
okay.
Yeah.
So what's your legal registration like?
Paul Andre de Vera.
License.
Paul Andre de Vera.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have SEO consultant in there. That's a violation. Okay. Scroll down.
Why is it? All right. So if I
you don't even need to scroll down. Click on see outside. There you go. You're showing your address. Okay.
Yeah. Show my address.
There you go.
Yep.
Second one. Another one. That's another violation. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You can have calendar links. Those are totally fine. Those are okay. You have it closes at 5 p.m. Whatever's okay. You've got some reviews. Okay. You keep going down. You got your socials linked. Great. Okay. Excellent. So the problem is that that's all you see. Now click edit info.
Edit. Okay. Edit info.
Yep. So again, get rid of SEO consultant. All right.
What if I don't want to?
And well, if you don't want to, that's completely up to you because you're not going to have your profile back.
I rank for all SEO terms within Oakland and SEO consultant, and it's been like after 2 years. So, yeah.
Just leave it alone. Then. No, it's a millennial money mom. It's a home address.
Yeah,
you can see that in the street view actually.
I should just remove. I mean, I don't mind removing.
It doesn't matter. You can't remove right now. Any change you make doesn't matter because it's suspended. So yeah.
Okay.
But go back to your description. Go back to the description. Yeah. I always gotta take a look at that because that's content. Yeah. Visit my website. Schedule a free discovery call. Get rid of the call to action. You don't need it.
Okay.
So that's what I would do. I would get rid of the call to action. If they don't like it in there, there's other ways to make calls to action.
Okay.
And also, tip for the cheap sheets. Nobody reads the business descriptions. Sorry.
Why not? I mean,
because they're so buried in the interface, nobody can see them.
You could, yeah, and it's kind of like really at the bottom of everything, right? It kind of shows, yeah. So, all right.
Yeah, even on mobile, it's not very visible. So. There could be issues with your phone number.
No, that's mine. You can call me right now. You can call me right now. Anyone can call me right now.
Hold on. Most people use a virtual phone number, which has been recycled with a lot of different companies.
Uh-huh.
And it might have been connected to a bad actor, and then you acquired it, right? Through some call rail or whatever. You don't know that it's a bad number, by the way. It could be a bad number. So you have to run it through a bunch of checks, basically, to see if it's on any bad lists.
How can I check? How can I check my number? Is there like a certain website?
Well, I mean, you could probably Google it, and Google would probably tell you how to find it.
Okay, just check.
There's free services out there. There are free services out there that actually.
Okay, I can check that out. But it's pretty much it's pretty much been my cell phone number for like years. So, but
yeah, I mean, so again, these are all maybes, right? These are check boxes. These are things that we look at, and that's the whole thing. Is people. They think there's going to be some, wild thing that's just going to stand out, and it's going to be the thing, right? Okay, there's only a couple things that could be like, oh, that's the thing. But even those are still, it might be the thing. Okay. And also, you may get suspended, by the way, just because you made an edit and Google wants to verify that you're a real baby boy. That's it. They just want to verify your information again.
Okay, could be.
And so they'll suspend you, and you have to get yourself back in. And if you got all your documentations in a row, you'll be back online usually within 24 hours.
So I mean, the thing is, it's live. It's been live. It's not down, right? So that's why it's like, yeah. So I mean, that's
all right. I'll give you the geeky factor. All right. So how Google Business Profile works. You basically have Google Maps, which is called the Maps Fact database. Okay? Everything resides in maps. This is where everything kind of started. So the entity itself is in maps. Now, for GBP, if GBP trusts the data that it sees in maps, but it doesn't trust you, it'll stay online. That's called a soft suspension.
Okay. So it trusts the information it trusts maps, but it doesn't trust me. So that's
correct.
It's basically something. Okay.
Something that you have specifically done that they don't trust. Okay. And in this case, it's basically probably a mixture of the name and the address, right? It's like, this is sus, basically.
or could be all the links they drove to it.
Nope, wouldn't have anything to do with links because they don't pay attention to that. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why it's still up, though, basically. Okay. So it trusts you, but it trusts the data. It doesn't trust you.
Okay.
That's all.
All right. So that's for someone like my situation, consultant, works from home, shows an address. That it makes sense. I mean, by just saying that. But so now, how about like services businesses? Like how can we fix some of the services businesses?
Most of those get taken down.
Oh, okay.
They just get taken down completely. Yeah, they don't even leave them up. I rarely see a service business actually stay up. Mm-hmm. Every once in a while I will, but it's usually a very old brand.
Okay.
Yeah,
and then
a very old brand. This is, by the way, why people like to hijack listings. Because they get your old brand.
So how can we fix it then? Or how can we get it back? What are some steps?
Sure. So, you had the page up, for instance, the Fix Your Suspended Business Profiles, where my fancy face is doing the video. Oh, okay. And did you notice that, by the way? When you click on that Learn More, that video is actually me. Anyway.
Oh, is it?
So, yeah, go ahead, check it out.
Wait, hold on, Learn More on...
Yeah, if you click on Learn More, there's a video there, and that's me on Google Support.
Oh, I didn't... Hold on. Let me see. Where can we go? Let me try that. Let's pull this on screen. Let's show that. I want to see. So navigate me. Where do I go? If I go to... hold on, let me put your audio's off. So your audio... Okay, audio's back on. All right, so if I go back...
Yeah, when you click on Learn More, it opens up that other tab.
More here?
No, back where you were.
Oh, okay. Learn More.
Click on Yeah, exactly. There it is. Here.
Oh, but Ben Fisher. There you go. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that clout. Look at that.
So, yeah.
All right. Nice.
That's why they call me the lead. That's why they call me the leading expert. So, all right. So how do you fix it, right? Okay. First thing that you do is read through the guidelines. Now, the reason I kind of go, ugh, when I say that is because everybody says, I read through the guidelines 50,000 times and I made 50,000 edits to my profile and it still hasn't come back. Well, that's because you didn't proceed with the next step. Mm-hmm. Or they say, oh, I've done it 1,000 times and I can't see anything wrong. Mm-hmm. Well, okay. Mm-hmm. Wrong. You probably have something wrong. So basically, the first step is, again, read the guidelines, fix anything that you think might need to be fixed, right? If you see nothing, fine. Proceed to the next step. Gather all your documentation, and then you go to the appeal tool, which is what it's called. Appeals tool. Which is basically a new way of getting reinstated. Yeah. So here, I can give you a link to that if you would like it.
Yeah, let me share it with the audience.
Share it in the chat, yes.
Okay.
All right. Chat. There we go. I've never used this system before. Whatever. Okay,
all right,
there it goes.
Cool. All
right. So you start filling out the form. You need to fill out all the fields. There are 4 fields there that you can use to upload your documents. They only accept files that are under 20 megs. Mm-hmm. So if you're trying a 100 meg video, it's obviously not going to work. But then you submit your docs. It also tells you on this page what kind of docs that you need or what you can submit. Google looks at all of the evidence that you give them as a body of evidence. So if one of the documents is incorrect, don't stress. But 2 of the documents, at the very minimum, need to be on target. And what I mean by on target is that, and why I was asking you so much about your name-SEO consultant, is because, it's like, I don't know, do you have a cell phone bill that is in that exact name?
No.
Nope. Do you have a business license that's in that exact name? Nope.
No.
Do you have a BBB profile in that exact name?
No.
No. Okay, so let's see. Do you have an incorporation or LLC document in that exact name?
Nope.
So you see where I'm going with all of this, by the way?
Yep.
Yeah, you're out of buy. You're totally not going to get reinstated. Is what it's coming down to.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm sure there's people in the audience right now going, "Oh shit!"
But like I said, I mean, I am instated, just not. I can't edit it, or I can't or I can't.
You're not reinstated though. You're just online. It's called a soft suspension.
Okay, I'm fine with the soft suspension. I'm
Oh sure, yeah. You are, absolutely. But like a service-based business, probably not.
Oh, yeah.
Lawyers,
yeah.
probably not.
Okay.
They're getting... So now all of a sudden what can happen is let's just take it, any business really.
Mm-hmm.
They're suspended, they're soft suspended, they can't make any changes to the profile, they can't respond to any reviews. Mm-hmm. Now all of a sudden somebody comes in and tries to extort them and says, I'm going to go ahead and leave you 50 bad reviews unless you buy 30 from me. Mm-hmm. You say no, they leave you 30 bad reviews. Guess what? Now you can't do a thing about it.
Okay, I get it. Well, I'm a good guy. I don't think anyone would do that to me.
You never know, man. I mean, somebody in India or Pakistan might just want to go, you know what, this guy, he's got this great show, he's got these sound effects, he's got money, I can extort this guy.
Oh, man. All right. So, I mean, okay, so,
worse,
yeah. So, and when, so they say they fix it, and then how long, would this usually take? And
depends on the time of year. If it's like February or March, it can take up to 6 months. Believe it or not, it's like once every couple of years they go through this period where they're changing things internally, and the reinstatement time just like balloons. It starts out by being 30 days, then it goes to 60, then 90. It's crazy. Only happens once in a while. It's happened twice in 4 years, but on average, it's around 72 hours.
Oh, okay. That's
You're going to reply.
Bad. Okay, 72 hours to 6 months. That's quite a long.
72 hours to 6 months, exactly. But the biggest problem is this, and this is what I really like to hit on, okay? Not for you. For everybody else in the audience.
All right.
Is that what's imperative is that you do get your documentation order.
Yeah.
Get it all in order. Get it right. Get it prepared so that way you can submit for an appeal and a reinstatement. Because otherwise, basically, you're going to be waiting to get all your docs done to maybe get reinstated. This could take months, by the way. I have a client that I'm working with right now. They're losing over $2 million a month.
Sheesh.
In revenue.
Just by
because they're suspended. And they've been down for almost 4 months because they can't get all their documentation together.
And are they like a service business or something, or?
Yeah, exactly. And so, but think about that, right? How many businesses do you know that can last for 4 or 5 months with hardly any income? Their LSAs are turned off. They're not on Google anymore. They have no ground marketing plan whatsoever. Mm-hmm. They're dead in the water. They're firing people and laying off people and selling trucks, selling warehouses. And this happens to businesses that have been in business for 20, 30, 40 years. It happens, and Google does not care as far as that goes. Way back in the day when I started doing reinstatements, I started tracking every single variable. And one of those variables was, were they prepared with the proper documentation or not? Mm-hmm. And what I found out is after doing 100, after doing 1,000, now after doing tens of thousands, is that this number stays the same, basically. It just fluctuates just a little bit up and down. And that is 4% of businesses are actually ready to be reinstated. Think about that.
Yeah.
4 out of 100 businesses, when they get suspended, actually have their documentation in order and can be reinstated within 3 days. The rest, you're kind of going to have to wait till you get all your stuff together. Sometimes they have to move. They might be in a virtual office. They might have used a PO box. They might have used an office which is, has a lot of other, like a shared desk or something like that. So as an agency, how much is a fair price to charge for a reinstatement? All I can do is tell you is that you need to figure out how much time it's going to actually take you on average per reinstatement, because some reinstatements are smooth, easy, right? 5 minutes, you're done. Some take an hour, some take days, some take months, so you have to figure out your average. We charge anywhere between $600 and $850. It really depends on the vertical that we're working in. Because again, there's certain verticals like locksmiths, which are incredibly difficult to get reinstated.
If that the company that's doing so hard and getting there, and losing so much money, why don't they just create a new one or change the name of the business or something?
Because you can't. So the guidance is, well, you could change your name of your business. That you can do. But again, now you're going through and you still got to get all these docs together. It doesn't solve that problem. But making a new one creates a duplicate in Google's ecosystem. And a duplicate is even a better reason to keep you suspended. And guess what? It'll get suspended immediately on verification.
Damn!
Oh, man.
Yeah. Sometimes it works. For the most part, it doesn't. That's their guidance.
Got it. Okay, we have
have to go through it. Go ahead.
So we have a comment here, a question. Only 4% high risk. You would think insurance companies would have a prerequisite for our businesses to avoid that situation.
Insurance companies don't understand this industry yet. They don't understand this asset yet. The company that I was telling you that's losing millions a month, they are putting through an insurance claim, actually, right now, because there is a digital insurance that you can get.
Okay.
Which basically says that if something digital in nature has caused you a significant loss of business, for instance, like computer failures, right? Then you can file that through insurance.
Got it. Okay. So we coming down to a few more questions here. If you guys have any questions, ask them in the live chat. So we want to make sure. Okay. So we talked about like what causes it, how we can get out of it, how we can fix it. We talked about the guidelines. I mean, so what are the best practices you feel like how to avoid this? I mean, obviously you said like have all your documents in a row and not get suspended. Like, or also how can people like, you have to go through those verifications and stuff like that. I've seen some people that don't even need to go through that sometimes. Like how can people? Yeah, like actually have
that's Google Trust. That's all that is.
Okay.
It's trust. It's very multifaceted as far as that goes.
So let's say we want to be prepared. Someone right now, a brand new business, is gonna wants to set up their Google business profile. They go on business.google.com on their own. What should they expect, and how can they best maximize their profile?
Well, the first thing they should do is they should sign up for steady demand, of course. We do all sorts of stuff to make sure you don't get suspended.
Yeah.
And we reinstate you.
There you go.
And we reinstate you for free. No, anyway. But I'll get to that later. So, you're wondering what people should do to try to preempt getting suspended?
Yeah.
Man, that's a really difficult question. The reason why it's difficult is that there's not a lot you can do. To be totally frank about it. Again, if you do a lot of the things that we've just talked about that cause suspensions, then the only thing I can say is do the opposite. Don't make edits very quickly. Make sure you do have your documentation. Get ready. Bless you.
Thank you.
Make sure that your name matches your legal entity name, not just your DBA. Matches your signage, more importantly, right? You see people with a bunch of keywords in their business name, but that doesn't match their signs. You got JB Personal Injury Lawyers of San Diego. And you go to their office and it says JB. Okay, right, great. Or you look at their office and their office is actually a broom closet. I've seen those too. Things like that. So Google knows what people are doing basically to try and game the system. So the answer is don't game the system. And just because you see your competitors doing something doesn't mean it's right at all. again, go read the guidelines. Take time. This is your business, just like anything else. You would read an insurance policy, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's
if you're buying a home, you would read the entire contract. I would hope. You're buying a car, you would read the contract. I hope. If you're playing a video game, none of us read the contracts. Of course, that's given.
I think,
but
yeah. It's so easy not to DocuSign.
But seriously, this is basically Google's contract with you in a sense, right? Mm-hmm. Where they're basically saying, it's like, these are our guidelines. Stick to them. You'll be fine-ish. Mm-hmm. And so take the time. It takes about an hour and a half to read through the entire bit of the guidelines, basically. And it's very worth it because it gives you actual examples. For instance, the one example that I really like is that they put up there after a lot of people kept trying to do things like, nesting a business inside another bit. Mm-hmm. Another business like Best Buy and Geek Squad. So companies are like, oh, well, we can do that too. No, you really can't do that. Mm-hmm. And they have an example up there that specifically states why and how you can't do this and who can. It goes over naming examples, goes over categories. Like, a category should be who you are, not what you do. A lot of people like to put what you do in there, but it's who you are. It's like you're a plumber, period.
Got it.
McDonald's is not an ice cream shop, even though they have ice cream.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, speaking of classifications, but I mean, like, how about if don't some people companies do that kind of so it's the competition is less if you kind of put a different category, like a primary category, but somewhat similar, like I just mentioned, like, hey, I can say
not really. No, not really. It doesn't work that way. I mean, Google uses its own hierarchy basically when it comes to categories. Okay. So if you dig into the actual API documentation, you can see this, by the way. Mm-hmm. But they have like top level category, which might be, say, plumber. But then there's all these GCIDs underneath of it that mean plumber at the same time. Yep. So you just go with the category that talks about who you are. That's all.
Got it. All right.
And yes, you can analyze your competitors. But I'm going to tell you this: if you put in, and I have actually more recently seen this, if you put in a category which is completely not what you do, okay. So if you went in, let's just say you, for grins and giggles, you're like, I'm going to go put florist in mine. Okay. And you're not a florist, obviously. You're an SEO guy, right? You're a marketing guy.
Yeah.
That can actually block a reinstatement because it's deceptive content.
Got it. Okay. Nice to know that. Okay, guys, if you have any more questions, guys, ask them in the live chats while I ask my last few questions here. Actually, we got one right here that's coming in, and it's by Millennial Money Mom. It says,
all right.
Are there riskier categories, for example, gun shop?
Yeah, actually there are. Gun shop was actually my first reinstatement case of all things. Okay. It's actually what got me into the product expert program in the first place, because Google, I'll give you a short story on this one. It blows everybody's mind. Okay. So it was a gun store out of Sacramento, one of the oldest ones out there. Mm-hmm. And they were one of my clients. I was doing Google Plus Local at that time, which was basically just Google Plus. Yeah. And anyway, so my client gets suspended. I had no idea what a suspension was. I never dealt with one of these things before. So what I did, like everybody does, I call Google support crying, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to lose my customer. Mm-hmm. Just started my business. Help me out. Mm-hmm. And the guy in support said, oh, sorry. Gun shops no longer allowed. I said, why? They said, guns kill people. What? I said, really? So you're going to remove gun stores because guns kill people? You mean people don't kill people? Okay. So let me ask you some more questions. I said, so does that mean that stores that sell cigarettes are going to remove Google Maps as well? Because cigarettes kill people, right? Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, yes, we're thinking about it.
What?
I'm like, okay, gas stations.
Okay, yeah.
Cigarettes, cars kill people get in car accidents. You've got carbohydrates, you got fat foods, you got fast foods, you got big ass pizzas and things like that. Cholesterol kills people, more people than guns. Yeah. So you're going to get rid of gas stations? He's like, we are thinking about it. I'm like, awesome. Let me talk to a supervisor. Mm-hmm. supervisor on. Supervisor is usually the be-all, end-all. It's the end of the line, actually, for support. And they basically verified the same information. And I'm just like, oh, whoa. I was like, this is really wrong. There's something very, very wrong here. And so I went to the forums at that time. Now it's the community. And I basically raised a thread. And then Joy Hawkins, who later became my mentor, actually, or one of my mentors, she basically ended up escalating it and sending it to the community managers over at Google, right? And they take a look at it. Lo and behold, they have reinstated my client 6 months later. They also decided to reverse the entire decision about removing gun stores from maps. Oh. So the reason you have gun stores on maps today at this time is because of something that me, Joy, and Google did together. And that's what got me in the program, is because as soon as I saw that, I was like, holy crap, I can affect millions of people's lives, with a few hours worth of work here.
There you go. All right.
It's fantastic. And ever since I've been in the program, which is now going on like 8-9 years or whatever, it's like I've done that hand over fist multiple times, especially like during COVID. That was a really interesting time. So if anybody's interested in becoming a product expert, you can feel free to reach out to me. I do mentor people. So
that's question just came in. How to become a Google Platinum partner? I think that's how it's called. Is that what it is that you're talking about? Or is that you're a diamond expert or totally different?
Platinum is underneath of diamond, actually. So what you do is go to productexperts.google.com. You want to sign up there. And then they'll tell you a bunch of information about being a product expert. You choose which one. Of course, you choose the community you want to go into. And then, which is Google Business Profile. And then you just start going and helping people. And if you're going in there for business reasons, don't start. If that's why, because you think it's just going to get you leads, do not even start the process. You will be axed from the program almost immediately. If you're going in there to help people, truly help people, then go do that. Start reading posts, start answering people, start helping people out. You'll accrue things called points. Eventually, people in the program will actually start to notice you. Then the community managers will start to notice you. And then when they do that, then they can do what's called potentially up-leveling you into a new tier. The first tier that you start out is nothing. You're just another person helping other people. The second tier that you get is called bronze, which is after about 10 points and 1 recommended answer. Not very difficult to do. And but bronze also is it's still one of the lowest rungs that you can be on. Anybody can become a bronze. Okay. Then after, I think it's 100 points and 10 recommended answers, or 1,000 points and 10 recommended answers, then you can be eligible to be upgraded to a silver. Now, silver, you sign an NDA with Google, and you do get some goodies, meaning things that you can see. But you don't get the real goodies until you become gold. Once you become gold, you sign another NDA, and now all of a sudden you're meeting with Google once a week, and you're possibly going to Google events, and you're getting to learn things that only people on the inside actually know. Again, you're under NDA, so you can't share a darn thing. And then after that, then you can become a platinum. A little bit of trivia here for you in history is that Joy Hawkins and I were actually the first platinum product experts to be ever created. So that's cool for Google Business Profile. And then there is finally the diamond level. The diamond level is basically the highest level that you can be. It's one where basically, in a sense, Google is saying, yes, you're the expert. We got that. And I get to do all sorts of I am a diamond, yes. I get to do all sorts of stuff. I get to speak with, of course, we work with all the different teams over at Google. I get to yell at Google departments too. It's like I've sat up in front of the entire review department doing a webinar and basically told them how POS I thought they were, and that these are the things that they needed to fix. And they love it when you yell at them sometimes. But and so but all sorts of little things like that. So anyway, the benefit of really doing it is you are a little bit closer to Google. You get to understand things very intrinsically. It's like you get to know a lot of people, things that nobody knows. And you get the opportunity to really make an impact on people's lives. And that's the part that really gets me is that you can have an impact and you can help so many people very easily.
Love it. Okay, we're coming close to time here. Before we answer Millennial Mom's last question here, this is a question I ask all my SEO professionals that come on here. If someone wanted to get into the SEO industry, become an SEO professional themselves, what would your piece of advice be to them?
Yep. So we touched on this a little bit earlier, right?
Yeah.
Networking. It's all about networking. You know, if you don't know what you're doing, fake it till you make it. But so either start your own experiments, do things, you know, on your own, and then maybe start reaching out to somebody that you respect, somebody that you're following, somebody maybe that you've engaged with a little bit on social or whatnot, you know, and, you know, take it slow, because people who are at the top of the industry who are usually very busy, number one. Number two, a lot of people reach out to them and they don't know who is actually earnestly trying to get to know somebody, not just use them, basically, right? Because you don't want to do that. Right? You don't want to be just like, hey, can you help me out?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I've got a customer with a problem. Come on. Are you going to do that? Would you walk up to somebody at a networking event and do that?
Yeah.
Actually, I have had people do that to me. Anyway, but you don't want to do it, obviously, if you're building a relationship.
Yep. Yeah.
And so when I got into the local...
buy a beer, get you a couple shots, get you a little drunk, and then let's start talking. I heard a lot of tips happen at the bar. A lot of tips happen at the bar, right? There you go.
Dude, man. I used to hang out with Matt Cutts at PubCon all the time, and when he was around, and well, he wouldn't drink, but still, it's like, we would sit down with him at a bar, and he would spill, he would talk. It was interesting, but yeah, you've been around long enough to hear the word Matt Cutts, I'm sure, right?
Yeah. Yep.
No, but serious. So, but yeah, no, just get out there and network. Show up at events. Go to niche events. You know, like the Brighton SEO in San Diego is a really good one to go to. You will run into a lot of people that are in the local SEO space and a lot of people that are just coming up in the SEO space. Get to know everybody. I mean, really get to know everybody. I mean, back in the day, it's like, when like Jim and Bruce and everybody was around, it's like nobody knew who we were. I didn't hardly know who they were. I just talked to them like they're another person in the SEO industry. So we got to know each other. You know, little do we know, 10 years later, there we go. Now we all know each other. It's been 10 years. Now we're at the top of the industry. Woo!
There you go. Love it. Love it. Okay. So for this episode to feel complete for you and, you know, to answer Melissa's question here, you know, how can people get a hold of you, and any last comments for the audience?
Sure. So one of the easiest ways to get a hold of me is through social media, either LinkedIn or on Twitter. I'm not going to call it X. I refuse to call it X. I'm sorry. You know, you could always submit a form on steadydemand.com. That's STEADY and demand. By the way, it took me 13 years to get a knowledge panel for that thing.
Oh, wow.
Because steady demand is actually about oil. Go figure. Whatever. Anyway, but yeah, so that's really the easiest way to get in touch with me. The last thing I'll do is actually, if you don't mind, I'll just do a real quick plug on something.
Oh yeah, no, please do. Yeah,
very useful.
If you got a discount code or something, my audience will love it.
Absolutely. So, but yeah, no. So we do have a very unique program at Steady Demand that I created after I started figuring out that whole 4% rule, right? And that program is basically called My Business Assurance. It's not insurance, really, because it's an assurance program. It's make you feel better, make you feel like somebody's got your back, like something you just don't have to worry about. And so we do protect Google business profiles. We protect them from attacks, pin moves, things like that, hijacks. We also back them up. We make sure that they're in very compliant state with Google, so that way if we need to get them reinstated, we can jump on it immediately. And we also monitor the profiles for any changes, again, malicious edits. And then, of course, if the profile does get suspended, we know it usually before you do, and then we can go ahead and we can jump on the reinstatement right away. And for that, we only charge, get this, $79 a month. So for your viewers, I'll give it to them for $69 a month. They just have to mention your name.
There we go. SEO video show. Check it out. $69 a month off of Steady. If you go to steadydemand.com, is that where we go? Steadydemand.com and go to, and it's a service. I'm looking at services. Where do I go if someone wants to sign up?
It's My Business Assurance, actually, is the page.
Oh, okay.
There it is. Yeah. By the way, our website is like cobbler shoes problem. I haven't updated our website in over 8 years.
Let me see. Yeah, okay. Well, hold on. What was the website again? I didn't see it in the chat.
Let me grab it for you. Let me grab it for you.
Be sure to check that out. My Business. Yeah, Jim. Oh, yeah. See, we haven't renamed this page yet. I hate people going to our website sometimes. Like I said, cobbler shoes problem. We got too much going on to update our website. Okay. There you go. Get started. Here it goes. Okay, I found it too. Here.
Cool.
So you guys, check it out.
But yeah, because the biggest tip I'm going to give here at the end is to basically make sure you are prepared. Is what it comes down to. What is it? What's a millionaire money saying?
Oh, you guys are in the same city. She goes, oh my God, we're in the same city. So
you're in Phoenix area?
Says you're in the same city. So
she might be thinking Austin. I'm in Phoenix. My partner's in Austin.
There we go. All right. So let's go ahead and did you talk about your cool swords on the wall? Sorry, I was multitasking.
We did briefly.
We did. Well, we're at the hour, and I know I want to be mindful for everyone's times here, but so thank you so much, Ben, for sharing so much knowledge bombs today. It was great having you. Can you hold on for one quick second while I sign off here? Hold on for one quick second.
Yeah, of course.
All right, guys, that concludes another episode of the SEO Video Show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And don't forget to visit our sponsor, tryprofound.com, and also see you at Brighton SEO San Diego next week. Again, I have one ticket left available that someone did not claim. I mean, I think the value is like almost $1,000. So if you want it, if you're in the San Diego area, you can have it. Just shoot me an email at dre@seo.video for that ticket, and I'll see you there. See you until next time. Peace out.
Thank you for watching. Hope you come back next week. Make sure to subscribe. You don't want to miss a thing. Hope you learn something new, cause the vibe is incredible. From the special SEO professionals, SEO video show. Let's work. Want to see you be an SEO expert. Paul Andre De Vera helping you step it up. No delay right now. Time to level up. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Woo!